guys, what's going on? F1 here, and welcome back to V Rising. Since we last left off, if I do recall correctly, we had just managed to get the requirements for silver weapons opened up. We killed a few bosses in order to get that sort of stuff. As well, we started to go through and we unlocked a lot of research mainly, but otherwise nothing too crazy had happened because we were just gathering minerals and materials for the eventual payoff. For this stream, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be resolving said payoff by getting ourselves some new silvered silvered weapons. We'll probably try to make more as we go through the game, but really we only need 2 to carry us through the game as far as I'm concerned. So it's really a juggling act there. But we are going to be defeating a few bosses, namely to get a new set of amulets, a new set of blood things, which I'll go over later when we do manage to get it, and a few other things that will be helpful for us. And, of course, increasing storage, but I digress. Without further ado, let's get into things and see what happens. Alright, there we go. So, yeah, for today we've got quite the agenda. So, obviously, the most important is going to be upgrading our tools, because right now we've got currently Chaos Weapons. I wouldn't say it's the best tool I'm going to be using for the foreseeable future. I might go through some rifts, like just on a off day and just dedicate my time to that, because there is going to be way better weapons in mind for those sorts of things, but it really depends how I'm feeling, so I guess we'll see how things pan out, but
is looking ragged.
Who knows. Regardless, I'm going to be in a state of things until I get some blood, so I do believe we thankfully have plenty. I was just bleeding out at the time when I did not have anything for it. So what we're going to do is we're just going to carry one of these rogue potions here for now. And once I do reach a point where my blood is reaching near critical levels of just damage, I'm going to, modify as needed. Before I do go any further, though, I am going to be taking the planks of refined wood here, because we're going to need all of this for our next task. We are then going to go all the way up the stairs, so that way we can modify our weapons with dark silver, because I do believe they are now ready. Yes, or very least, they are very close to being completed. So if we just wait 15 seconds here, we should be able to get them. Now, the benefits with having higher quality weapons, if it wasn't already obvious, is the damage is going to be increased. However, what you can do with these dark silver weapons is that you can actually modify them and put them on a weapon if you so desire. Such as this and whatnot. In order to do that, though, you basically need to go to the Ancestral Forge once again, equip it, and then it'll sacrifice that dark silver into the weapon and basically give it the qualities of the buffs without having to move anything. So basically, it's a way to increase your damage while also keeping the buffs that you had previously set for yourself, which is nice. Now, of course, there is one more upgrade beyond this point, and then there, of course, is the ultimate upgrade, but we will go over that in due time. Besides, we've got plenty of iron that is still cooking, and we'll have to worry about that later, but I digress. Alright. Storage time. Let's deal with that. So first and foremost, let's just dump everything that we don't need back into their respective areas. I believe alchemy, storage, and knowledge. Yep, there we go. Alright. Storage, let's see. We are going to need to upgrade from a normal chest up to a high quality chest here. So we'll start by getting the iron and planks here. There we go. We will take all of those out, recycle that for a new chest. We're just going to drop everything in here for now, or at the very least, the things that we can't put away in here. There we go. I guess I'll keep the rest. That should be fine. Alright, from there we need the material storage, which is going to require copper. So we're going to take the copper, then we're going to take the reinforced planks. We're going to move these two things out of the way. That way we can set up at minimum 2 is what the goal is going to be. There we go. Okay, one is going to have the processed goods, which is going to be here. So we're going to take all those, put them into this side, recycle that, take all these, put all those in there except for the copper and the planks, recycle that, deposit those, grab those, and let's see, we've now got herb storage that we got to deal with. I guess technically we can move these here for now, because obviously we're going to need to adjust this a little bit. Alright, so herb storage. Let's take all those out. We need at least one herb storage. We shouldn't need more than that, I do believe. Yeah, one herb storage should be fine for what we're trying to do here. Okay, next is going to be gem storage, which should have been going here. So we'll quickly take out the gems here. Recycle that. Put the gem storage there. Like so. Put that there. There we go. Herb storage is done. Gem storage is now done. We now need alchemy storage, which requires grave dust, which should be in here. Boom. There we go. Take all the materials from the alchemy. Cycle it. Put all of it in there. Perfect. Tailoring storage is going to require cloth. Which is easy enough to pull out. Deposit all that. Knowledge is going to require some scrolls, which is easy enough to grab. There we go. Knowledge. Do all that. Take all of those. And finally, with all the 8 bottles, we should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Deposit all those. Grab the... Oh, we don't need the rope. Don't need to sort out the rope blood just yet, so there you go. Alright. So, this blood potion storage, we're going to set it up elsewhere, though. We can set it up over by where we collect blood. So that way we have it on tap if we ever need it. There's also coin storage here, which technically we use our current primary storage for that, so there's that. There's also fish storage and a few other types of storage, but nothing that really needs to be focused on. Weapon storage, on the other hand, and armor storage is definitely going to be imperative. We're gonna need quite a few of these, actually, if I'm being honest with you. So we're gonna move our little recycle boy. I don't know, actually. I think what I'll do is I will put in... Okay, we want 2 weapon storages at least. And I guess they can go here and here. We're gonna need thick leather for the other one, so we've only got enough for 1 though, is the thing. I'm not going to be using it as much anyways, but it's still good to have 2, just to make it look nice. I don't know. As for our consumer boy, I think it's just better I just get rid of the vermin nest entirely. Yeah, I have no idea what to do with this vermin nest, so I'm just gonna find a better spot for it. I'll probably put it outside and back somewhere. Yeah, let's just put it out here instead. That way I have an excuse to summon what I need out here, rather than just fiddling with my thumbs and trying to figure out a solution for it. But, yeah, we don't have enough leather for that, so that's off the table. We could use a jewel storage here. So let's get some Scourge Stone. We don't necessarily need a lot for the jewel storage, but it still matters. There we go. Okay, that's jewel storage sorted. We don't need coins. We are going to need a fish storage. I know that for a fact. We'll replace the one upstairs for that exact reason. So we're going to grab fish bones, and what do we need for the blood storage? We need glass. So we're going to grab the glass that we got here. We're going to grab everything from here and go from there. We don't necessarily need fish for this area, so... Well, we don't need wraps for this area. But it is helpful to have. Regardless, we will make it work all the same. There we go. Cages. We should probably build a few more, shouldn't we? We've got enough to do so. Thus, I will. Just gonna get as many cages as I can within a reasonable amount of size. Okay, one goes there. One is moved back here. There we go. Done. Alright, so we've got a ton of cages. This is going to be handy for just getting various blood types, but the main reason I'm doing this is so that way I can prepare a whole slew of individuals for the other base that I'm planning to build, the satellite base. Now, this satellite base is going to be a very interesting sort, I would imagine. Namely, it's going to be allowing us quite a bit of... Well, how do I describe it? Put simply, it's where I'm going to be managing all the automation farms with the minions and all that. Or at least that is the intended goal here. I meant to capture them. Oh well. Alright, let's put those away. And let's just start sorting through these real quick. As you can see, it's a nice improvement, what we've done here. Or at least it's very sizable. It does appear that jewel storage, or the gems, do go in jewel storage, so that's good. So we do have now a place that we can just properly store things without having to worry too much. Fish are always going to go up to the second floor, I feel. So that is not a concern on our part. And anything else really just comes from preparedness on our part. Of course, though, we are going to need one more thing, and I think that requires Scourge Stone and something else. Scourge Stone and what? Well, obviously we're going to need a bottle, so we should probably get that, but we can consume one and then get it resolved, right? No, we need something else, actually. It is... Hell's Clarion. That irradiated gruel that you saw is one of the new recipes that we have gotten. That recipe specifically, if we set it up properly, we can try to bring high-ranking individuals in our blood pool up to a higher tier. There is a 35% chance that it will make your minion turn into a mutant, though, so it's a risk versus reward factor. So if you manage to get like a 98 or a 99, it's not a bad idea to consider taking a chance just to get 100. If you want to get lucky with it, of course. But it really just depends on you if you want to do that or not. But anyways, gonna down some rogue blood. We're gonna get that in place. Let's get Siegfried. And let's go hunting on the undead part. We'll go collect our plants, and we'll go check out the minions later to see what they've managed to collect thus far, but our focus is going to be this. And with our new weapons, it's a good time to test, right? So why not? Okay, now we just gotta wait for the time, and then we should be good to go. That is a 95 creature. It's a good thing we've already got a werewolf that is 100%. Else I'd be more concerned. That is something. Hold on. Oh, okay. Never mind. Alright. That is the next target. Okay. Let's rush him.
My sword thirsts for your throat.
See you, General. Okay, I guess we're walking. I have no reason to stop for them, so I'm just gonna run it, and I'll just summon my horse when we get there. It's all good. It's all good. Okay, looks like they're having a rough time of it, but that's fine. Not to our concern, at least. And we go over here. Nice. So far, so good. And to think this is only going to get more dangerous as we go on. There we go. Nice. Nice. That was easy. That was actually insanely easy. It might be due to the fact that my undead have gotten stronger, thanks to the weaponry, but it could be anything, really. I do believe, though, the undead does scale with your weapon to some extent, or at the very least, it likes to scale as much as it possibly can with your tools. In some extent, anyways. But I digress. The fact that we're getting so much good stuff is all good in the... It's just good in general. Alright, here we go. Now, of course, this isn't the most optimal way to be fighting, because obviously we don't have a contagion-based weapon. That was a Hunter Dracula. I really need it right now, so I'm just not gonna bother. There we go. Managed to do it in the end. Nice. Alright, and that is the second shard collected, or the second tidbits that we've collected thus far. And now we can fight the enemy.
Another assassin. Start running. Think you're quick on your feet. Think you're quick on your feet.
All right.
Think you're quick on your feet.
Yeah. Considering I was able to handle this. Alright, there we go. We get a nice ancestral whip. Get some nice research here and there. Nothing too crazy. Just enough to make do.
To my ethereal bond.
Alright, and for items, we managed to get ourselves a blood-infused whip. I'm not a fan of the whip, but again, like I've said before, I've used them, I'm familiar with them. They are useful in the right hands. It really just comes down to personal preference on whether you want it or not, really. But I mean, you know, at that point, you know, what's stopping you from getting whatever you want, right? All it does is take time and effort to get you what you're truly after in the end, right? Okay. For this one, we need to go up to here. I was probably right on the money for going for a rogue instead. But hey, whatever. Our blood will carry us through the end anyways. For that, we've managed to deal with the next, well, this. For the next one, we just have to go this way. That shouldn't be too hard. Alright. Oh, I've been charmed. That's quite alright. There we go. There you go. Nice. Nice. Okay. One more. Quickly eradicate these guys before they become a problem. There we go. We'll grab the shards while we can here. We should probably be able to get 1 or 2 more fights in, I'm thinking. Going by the pace that we're going at right now.
You are mine.
There we go. Nice. And we got an ancestral sword shard. I've come around to swords a little bit. Not to an extreme amount, but I do know that they have one particular ability that I do like, but it's a question of whether I use it or not, really. I'm just not a huge fan of swords, but, you know, that's why I'm focusing slashers. It's basically swords with extra steps, isn't it? So, it's just more... It's built more to a roguish sort of type of build. Plus, it's good for evading enemies when you need to dodge, and you don't have a dodge on command, like your spacebar button, but... Yeah. It just helps you be a little bit more maneuverable when it counts. Or when you need it. But, I digress. I guess technically the bites also do that, but whatever. Oh no. That was way too many enemies. I think I accidentally pulled like 3 different groups there. That was horrible. Oh god. Yeah, there was no stopping that. That was horrible. That was like... Wasn't that like 2 stuns and a charm into 2 stuns, only to get shredded for my HP. Like, holy. That does not happen often. That was funny, though. That I could not deny. Okay, there we go. First shard down for the third. My god. Yeah, there was no mercy there for those guys. No matter. At least we cleared out the majority. That's all I cared about. These enemies get difficult when they're just wacky individuals, I guess. Whatever. Alright, well, we got 6 minutes left, so we can take our time here a little bit. But ultimately, it's just going to be a, once we finish with this, it's basically over for our charge on the attack against these demons. Well, Draculans, I should say, but still, same difference, to a certain extent. Okay. Done. Alright, let's grab everything before we get out of here. There we go. Okay, our horse is over there. I don't really want to bother going over there, so I'm gonna stop them right here.
For my mount.
I guess we got 4 more minutes. I guess we could try and complete one more. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Let's see if we can actually manage within a reasonable time. Worst case, we just leave it alone and we dip. But, I mean, the more shards we have, the better, so there is no reason for us to not keep going. After all, even just defeating one of the zones is perfectly good enough for us. wrathing of the succubus does really weird things, apparently. Oh, well. Okay, let's quickly rush. We've got around 3 minutes to make this happen. Oh. Ah, damn. The charms are strong with these ones. Alright, so I've got around a minute left to beat this. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna leave the shards here, so that way I can focus on the boss here real quick. There we go. Nice. Managed to do it in the end. Oh god, advertisement. 1 second, I need to deal with this real quick. Once I collect all this stuff, I will deal with it. Alright. That's done and over with. Grab these. If it wasn't already obvious, I'm already annoyed at these individuals who are trying to post these sorts of things. Sorry, Emmanuel Jake, I am not interested, and I am going to ban. Let's see. There we go. He has been banned. I'm really getting tired of these sorts of advertisements, though, because they're kind of annoying to deal with, but at the same time, oh, no, 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 we do not want to be here.
Bend to my will.
We need to get out of here. Okay, so, rank 2 is for level 80. You're
Ethereal
rank
bond,
4 above.
come back to me.
We are nowhere near such a thing. Alright, but we got Frost-Infused Scythe and, ooh, okay, Firelock Dueling Pistols. They have the Condemn effect, but they don't have the type of spells I like. Or they don't have the type of, things I'm going to like, is the thing. If they had the Unholy, Infusion, if they had the Unholy Fusion and spell boosts, then I would have considered wearing it, but at this case, no. At the moment, it does appear that we do not have a means... Right. We can't teleport back. What am I trying to do? We got some knowledge that we're probably going to be recycling anyways, but, you know, the benefits just there. But I digress. We might also have to go for a better horse here, because as of right now, I'm not comfortable with the speed it's currently going thus far, but not that big a deal.
The human mouth whispers of blood.
Let's see. 55, no. Well, at least the blood types around here are pretty nice. Not that I would say I would use them, but, you know, if one pops up, like, say, I don't know, another 100, I might capture them. I highly doubt it, though. I was looking at the area, I was thinking, are those scarecrows live or not? And I was just like, no, no. Rambling aside. Rambling aside. Okay. All we gotta do is just go around. That's a 67. That's pretty good, but not exactly what we're looking for. Been a good replacement for my blood type, though, but eh. It's a small price. Okay, nice try, you guys, but they have horrible aim. But no matter. Okay, 38. Alright, let's get back in. Alright, before we do anything, we are going to trim the lot here. Okay, we've managed to get everything except the sunflower seeds, which is perfectly fine. Plant these, crops. Grab those. I did not mean to do that, but I guess our undead are just hanging around now. Yeah, they're just doing their own thing. Okay, let's see. I think I gathered everything. Yeah, we got everything that we should need. This increases range and damage, but does not reduce cooldown, but the damage is always nice. Fatal Storm increases damage of next primary attack, and illusion periodically shocks for 10. Eh, we'll wear this because it's more important to us as far as I'm concerned. Not by a significant margin, but eh. Toss into herbs, gems. Alright, the processed goes there, and the non-processed here. Gold jewelry is going to be an absolute godsend for the future, so keep it. I assure you, you will not regret it. But we'll deposit all those. We'll take all these. That. Those away. These away. Is there anything else? Nope, just put those down. And I guess technically what we can do is just toss in all the hearts and rats that we get at this point. Well, I'll keep the rats, but any of the hearts we don't really need. We just convert those to blood anyways, so there's that. Is there any upgrades that we have missed? No, we have not. Okay, so the only thing that we can do with Stygian Shards at this point is converting them into greater versions of themselves. Before I go any further, though, I do want to get into another refinement. And I'd like to get my hands on a gem cutting table again. So I need iron, gem dust, and stone brick. We got some iron. We've got stone brick in bulk, and we just need the gem dust. Alright. For this, all we gotta do is just go up the stairs. And we just need to grab the iron out of here. We've got plenty of iron, thankfully, so that's good. But it does mean that we've got to get to work on getting way more material, because obviously we got quite the journey ahead of us for collecting stuff. Okay, there. And it's going to be a tight squeeze, but I might... probably not. It's fine. 3 should be plenty. Just got to split into 3s instead. Which is perfectly fine, because it will make it work out all the same. There we go. Now, for the advanced grinders, we need to get Scourge Stone in bulk, so we're going to have to cook up some material there. If I recall correctly, in order for us to get more Scourge Stone, yep, we need Grave Dust and Whetstones, which we do have in bulk. Mainly the Grave Dust, but the Whetstones are actually... well, we've got enough. Alright, so Grave Dust is in the Alchemy, is it not? There we go. There we go. We're just going to use the entirety of these because Whetstones are currently no longer useful for us at this marginal point in time. Scourge Stone, however, is always going to be vital for us to make more, you know, ingots of the dark silver variety. So, yeah, using as much as we can here, this should evolve our weapons to new heights, which is going to be really nice. Sorry for all that stretching and whatnot, but it needed to be done. Alright, but yes, with that out of the way, while those are processing in the background, we're going to go over and we're going to grab our tools from here. We're going to grab all these weaponry based stuff. Toss it into one of the armament tool or sheds here. There we go. Sort those. Yeah, we've yet to find a good weapon for ourselves, really. Yeah, nothing good that's really sticking out. Worst case, if I can't find anything at this point, we're gonna recycle, but we'll have to see.
My blood reserves run low.
Oh, that is a good time to get our hands on a new blood type. I'm gonna go with Brawler here because we're gonna be doing some fighting in a bit. So we'll do that. We're gonna set this chest up here. Toss in the 3 here. Let those guys go at it. And here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna go over into the area here.
I will assert my will.
We're gonna send our mount over here so that way we can get this party started. Because we have a particular target for today. Specifically, we're going after a certain... oh. I guess it's not showing because of our current gear, but there is a individual that we must hunt, and I do believe he is right here. Now, just because we are this weak doesn't mean we can't beat him, is the thing. The only thing the game requires you do is that you get the proper armor for this occasion, but you can beat him at this current stage. But in order to sense him, you need to wear the silken armor. However, given that we are running on a pressing time limit in regards to the amulet that we're currently using, we kind of need to beat him sooner rather than later. So us hunting him now is probably for the best. So we're just going to march all the way over into here. And we are at a vineyard, which is where we're actually going to get Sacred Grace, which is something that we're going to actually need to grab in bulk after we deal with Baron du Bouchon the Sommelier. Because he is our current target right now. And I guess, technically, now that we have it... Yeah, he is our next target. He's going to give us Blood Merlot and the Blood Merlot Amulet. And, as you can see, it's got a really good benefit. He is right there, though, so...
Well, let the show begin! Have a taste. Have a taste. I get a little tipsy. Let's dance.
Ow,
How's
okay.
this for flavor? How's this for flavor? Aha! Try the wine. En garde! Don't wash the mouth. Wash the hands. Like this. Oh, down. Try this. Stop trying to hit me and just hit me. Have a taste. Aha. Oh.
Okay.
Like this.
But yeah, no, I'm taking my time here and just slowly whittling him down.
Let's dance.
No.
I toast to you. This is your last. Oh, down. En garde. Oh. You're
Okay.
trying to hit me and just hit me. Bottoms up. How's this for flavor? Have a taste. Stop trying to hit me and just hit me. How's this for flavor? Did you get an assistant? Or am I seeing double? Like this. Ah, je vais mourir. Je me rends.
There we go.
I concede. Merci.
Man, I had to focus there, so I apologize for not talking there for a little bit, but we managed to do it in the end.
I feel stronger.
Alright. We also did that with Frail Blood type, so that's going to change immediately. But yeah, no, this area is where we get the Sommelier's Blood Merlot recipe, which is basically a recipe that makes blood transfusions easier. So, you know how this, or the blood types that we had cost, like, nearly above half the health of a person? Well, now it's exactly half to a quarter of the health of a person. So we have the benefit of, well, hold on, let me deal with these guys, because they're causing ruckus. There we go. But, yeah, no, by what we did, we have now guaranteed ourselves a means of, well, God, never ends. We basically guaranteed ourselves an easy way to get blood from our current reserves without having to risk our NPCs going through that much that much pain. It just makes it a little easier to harvest what we're trying to do. Okay, while they're doing their thing, I'm just gonna slowly but surely get at what I can here.
I don't want to fight.
Yeah, I don't really care. Unless you were like a high blood type, like a Sun 100. Maybe I'd care enough to capture you or whatever have you. Otherwise, I really don't care. But, yeah, the areas here do have a set of clusters of such crops. That's nice. So grabbing sacred grapes in bulk is not that bad. Although it does take time to get the grapes, though. And if you can get the seeds, that's all the better. So that's why I'm going to the effort of just chopping the treat or sacred grapes down now, rather than later. Just so I can potentially get the chance to get some sacred grape seeds, because we're going to need a lot of sacred grapes. If only for the sole purpose to help us in our Blood Merlot production. But I digress. There is plenty of stuff around that should help here. Oh. There we go. Done. That wasn't too bad. Just had to focus there a tiny bit. Other than that, these guys are really easy to clear up, deal with relative ease. But most of it's just going to be gathering what I can here. And who knows, maybe I'll get some serious boons here. Oh, and we're also introduced to the last currency, Gold Sun Coins. That I'm aware of, anyways. Gold Sun Coins are a very useful tool in order to get high-end stuff within the city. So if you can sneak around, get it, that would be all for the best. Okay, it seems like they've decided on violence against them. Okay, there we go. There we go. Took a bit, but we managed to do it in the end. Gather everything there. And we managed to get 2 seeds out of everything. It's not an ideal harvest, but considering how rare seeds are, that's honestly a good thing. The fact that we even got any seeds at all is a miracle, I'd say. But I digress. Any seeds is better than no seeds, in my opinion, so I'm not complaining. Besides, we're getting plenty of whetstone, so that is, as well, also a boon. That is sure to come in handy when I do start involving myself more in it. Can I actually see... No, I can't see the stats of a horse when I'm looking through that site. Sadly. I wish there was a way to tell what horses are what without having to, you know, jump on it. But, you know, you make your, make it with do. There you go. Okay, nothing really too crazy here. Alright, let's get out of here before we hurt ourselves. Well, too much, that is. Alright, Siegfried, let's go. We've gathered what we can here. We've managed to at least get 2 seedlings. So that's better than nothing. We're going to obviously have to get more. But that is the situation we're being dealt with, really. Or at least that's the cards that we have to play with. Oh no, we're gonna burn. Oh, come on. Okay, let's go. Well, they're distracted with minions. Well, it's one way to go about doing things. Just distract them with minions. Are you kidding? Well, whatever. At least they got distracted enough that it's fine. Okay. Well, we managed to get through in the end. That's all I care about. I guess technically this can be used to dodge, but yeah, I don't think that's really going to be helpful. It just allows you to phase through objects, so... Great for dodging. Not so great for the alternative.
Try to keep
See you, Jade. But yeah, no, we've got to head back now. Oh, just avoid that barely. We'll head through here. There we go. Quickly go into our inventory here and put out the grapes.
This will not work.
Done and done. And we also managed to get ourselves a Storm-Infused Axe with bonus spell power and physical critical strike. Not the best axe out there, but it is an axe that is enchanted, so maybe I'll use it one day. I haven't decided. Alright. Sort those. Let's see. We want to put away the gold sun coins into our vampire lockbox, because those coins are always going to be handy. Let's see. Right, we should probably get our armor equipped, shouldn't we? Well, no, we don't need to worry about it just yet, but it is still there. Something worth noting. Okay, let's see. The rest can go into here. There we go. Throw those in. We've got the grapes in the dozen, so we got that. Toss the blood in. Toss that in. Research in. Consumables. We'll take the heart in bulk, because we can just bring those upstairs. There should be another heart. Is what I thought. Yep. It's in here. Okay. Because of the fishing rod not being in its proper place. Okay. Before we go any further, what I am going to do is I'm going to go into here, because we've got a few things that we got to do.
A new revenant to suit my
Hello,
purposes.
Wolf. That is our new companion, and we've got everybody who has collected a whole slew of gear. There we go. We'll just grab everything that they have. We've got a whole bunch of tech scrap. We've got a whole bunch of radium alloys. We've got some mutant grease, but not enough to warrant it being a concern. But we did manage to get some research as well. We did get a lot of glass, though, so that's going to be handy. We are going to grab our knowledge here. We don't need the anathenum stuff just yet, so we're just going to grab everything that isn't that. And we'll head up the stairs. I suppose what I can do is just toss the quartz in, because we can turn all that into glass, which is going to be handy for future endeavors. Go. From there, we'll let those cook, and we'll just go down the steps, see what research we can get with these, and if we can't get much, then we will just throw them into the crusher to be utilized elsewhere, which it does seem to be the case because we've got everything that we need. And the research desk is basically complete at this point, so we don't need paper anymore. Okay, and boom. We are still going to need way more paper, so I am going to need to get the other materials necessary here. I'm just going to toss in the heart stuff here. There we go. The majority of these books here can go into the recycler of the Devourer. We're actually going to put the Devourer over here instead. It's just a more convenient place for him, in my opinion. But yeah, those books are useless to us, so we'll just convert them into something more helpful. Alright, all the non-processed goes in here, obviously. Sort that. Processed goes in here. Is there any unprocessed into processed, or vice versa? I don't think there is from the looks of it. Nope. We will take the sawdust, though. We'll take the sulfur. Anything else? We'll take the quartz. We'll take 2 stacks of stone. In the processed, we don't need to worry too much about anything here, so there you go. We've got the research now. And if we go into herbs, we're going to grab 2 stacks of what's it is. And I do believe we need... We've already got the coarse thread, so we got the plant. Do we need plant fiber and coarse thread for this? Or is it something else? It is sawdust. But still. Better than not getting anything. Alright. We managed to learn cobblestone paths. That's actually going to be really beautiful, I would imagine. Okay, these are just going to work on high-end duty. We're just going to quickly throw the stone in here. That way we've got even more bricks to work with. Not that we should need them, but, you know, it never hurts to have. Alright. We're gonna process more of the more of the glass and sulfur. That should be handy here. We've got plenty of scourge stone that we can quickly grab here, so I'm gonna do that. And we're actually gonna immediately sacrifice this scourge stone into the machines down here for the sake of more ghost crystals. Or rather, spectral dust, I should say. Because both are very good for us. But, yeah. I guess I should make Blood Merlot so that way I can make the recipe that I'm talking about. It does appear that we've still got the scholars here, so we gotta deal with them in a moment. So give me a hot second here. Alright. So, I guess I could experiment with Radiant Gruel to see if I can get 100% Blooder. If I can get 100% on a blood type, that'd be really a miracle, but... At the same time, I just want to get the Blood Merlot out of the way, so let's sort that out first. So, First order of business, grab the glass bottles. We're going to need those for our purposes. We are going to need to get a whole bunch of sacred grapes, because those are going to be handy for this exact reason. We'll grab the seeds here, because I know for a fact that we're going to be using them, so I'll quickly use them out here for now. Might as well get them out of the way here. Nice. And now we go up to the stairs to get our Blood Merlot. Now, Blood Merlot is a fantastic thing. So we're just gonna quickly grab some fish from the fish storage. And we're gonna talk with... Let's use the creature as an option. So, blood potions take 30 to 60 blood cost, but it also increases misery by 10 to 20. However, by using Blood Merlot, you're reducing that by 10% for the high end and 5% for the low end. You're also decreasing the misery by a straight 5 by using the Blood Merlot recipe, which is much more cost efficient when you're trying to use fish, in my personal opinion, so it's really a good thing to have. So, we're going to tap some Blood Merlot here. Managed to get quite a lucky roll there, so I'm actually going to risk for another here. I'm most certainly not going to hurt him to a point where he's going to be healing over. I will give him a... let's give him a... Yeah, let's give him a Rainbow Trout and a Goby. We'll take these 2 Blood Merlots. For the rogue, we're going to do the same exact thing. 2 bottles should be enough. Yeah, he's perfectly fine from the looks of it. Yep, there we go. Feed him a Rainbow Trout and a Goby. And we got the rogue of an 88, a brute of 100. Alright, let's get 2 bottles of Blood Merlot from the brute now. Ooh, that was a hard-hitting misery. I'm actually just gonna give him a Twilight Snapper instead and just take the 1 bottle. Now, we've got 2 Scholars and another Rogue here. I think I was going to convert one of the Scholar into Rogue here, but I'm not 100% certain. I guess let's check who we have, because that does matter, I suppose. But it really doesn't matter as much as I think it does. But regardless, we're going to grab all this. That's 173. I don't think that's enough for what we're trying to do here, though. For getting a new recipe in. So that's fine. We are slowly stacking up our supply. That's good enough for me. Away. The silk away, I guess. There we go. Put the herbs away. And we'll just stuff everything except the consumable Blood Merlot here. And we need to use one of these. So I'm actually going to put this over here. There is no difference in what the blood potion does, I do believe. It just costs a little of the grapes in order to make a much cheaper potion. But we are going to need the Blood Merlot Amulet here, so we're going to need Dark Silver and Radium, and we've got our upgrade. This is going to increase our... It is going to lose us the ability to reduce our spell cooldown rate. However, at the exchange of that, we're just getting a way better tool. Or a way better usage for our... We're getting more use out of our blood type by 15%. So this is going to last 15% longer to have the blood type. But regardless, that Blood Merlot Amulet comes first. We're just going to process that puppy there, and it will do its duty, if you will. These are grinding away, quite content. I'm quite happy about that. Let's see. Okay, these machines have stopped as predicted. But that does not mean that it's gonna be over. Just quickly split up everything. 33, 33, 33, and 32. Okay. Alright, so yeah, no, scrolls are going to be coming in. We should be able to finish our studies research by the time we're done here. However, because of the circumstances, we might have a rough time in the future. Or the coming future. Regardless, Morian the Stormwing is going to be the next target here, as well as Merowyn. But the biggest and most important few individuals is going to be Henry and Matka, the Curse Weaver. Both are going to be very vital in order for us to upgrade our gear to the next tier. So we're going to need to go on basically a blood rampage, if you will. But for now, we just need to upgrade to 71. We've now got a free pendant for somebody to take. So I'm just going to quickly go into here. And I do believe we have somebody free who can use it, who is Wolf. We'll give him the amulet. We're going to need to give him some gear as well, so I guess I'll just give him the standard kit. Worst case. Let's put those away. Now that I think about it, we don't necessarily need to make them high quality end gear. We don't need to give them the enchanted stuff, to be fair. We just need to increase their item level more than anything. So the best way for us to do that is actually to use just straight dark silver, I believe. And we can forge ourselves a dark silver weapon. It's going to have the same weapon level, it's just not going to be special, putting it lightly. But yeah, no, that's going to be a very handy way we can handle things here. We're going to quickly grab everything here. There we go. Nice. This is really opportune time on those. Alright, this is going to get us a whole slew of dark silver. And this will probably be the upgrade for our characters downstairs as well, so that's going to be nice. Because, I mean, that's going to be 6 extra levels, right? Now we just need to provide the armor, which I do believe we could just theoretically pass him the Dawnthorn gear, because honestly, we could always make a new set, to be fair. And we have 49 bolts already of the silk. We just don't have the other part, I do believe. So I guess I'll take the cloth here, and so that way I can get a little bit more. My leather should be done here. Yeah, I got 17 in the bank already. So now, all we do here is, let's see. We need boots. And I can get another set, so that's good. Alright. I guess we're giving that guy special privileges here. Okay, and for this, what we need to do is we need more silkworms if we want to continue our processing of certain other sets. But I digress. We managed to get the amulet, which is what I wanted. We're going to start processing tier 3 jewels, but I do want to wait until we get up to tier 4. That's assuming I even go that far, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, but I'm going to wait for these boots here real quick. That way I can set him up. We are still going to need the Dark Silver weapon, so I think I need to get reinforced planks for that. So we'll go for that as well. And we'll go from there. What we will need to do is we're going to need to turn a lot of this glass into glass bottles, though. So we're just going to quickly spam these into
I
bottles.
am missing key ingredients.
Because I know for a fact that we're always going to need bottles in bulk. We've already given him the amulet. He just needs a weapon, so, yep. Reinforced planks. There we go. And, yeah, for now, let's actually stick with creature blood, I'm thinking. I like the idea of using creature blood because it gives you a damage reduction boost above all else, so it's just overall a good addition. We'll put the fish back here. But, yeah. Iridian Gruel is going to be our next task anyways, so we're going to need Plague Briars and Mutant Grease. So we're going to get a surplus of that, so that we can start forging that out. Alright, Mutant Grease and Plague Briars. Haven't got a lot, but, you know, the excess we can use in these, so that way we can get pristine leather. Why not?
I require more resources to make that.
Alright. Now that we've basically sorted that out, we can now just toss all these in. There we go. Now, with that, I do believe we just go up the stairs, so that way we can get the Dark Silver that we need. There we go, that is 20. We don't necessarily need to make weapons for all of them, we just need to make enough for one person, so... As for what we give him, I don't really know. I guess I can give him a gun. Why not? Let's see. We will go with alchemy. Here we go. I guess we could theoretically make a few, technically. But, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, let's just give him a Dark Silver Pistols. Why not? That's going to take a bit of time to take. We'll also create a... Let's make some axes. Why not? No, I guess I could just use those axes in place of these iron axes. Because they're not going to really be doing us much anyways beyond that point, so... It might be worth it. Plague Briars away, put the heart away. I am definitely gonna throw these in though, because that's gonna get us more blood essence. Or higher quality blood essence, I should say. And there we go. So far so good on the glass bottle department. I'll quickly put this material away real quick. There we go. Alright, the moon is rising. This is an opportune time for us to go and hunt. But I'm delaying my turn just enough so that way I can wait on these dark pistols. So in the meantime, while I wait, I guess I will go into my seat here. And let's see. Alright, so we've got the vineyards. We're going to have to travel into this zone because that will unlock a lot more for us. But for now, the vineyards seem to be our current concern. We are going to need to have a humble appearance, though, so we're probably going to need to convert a worker in order to diversify what we're going for. So I'm thinking we convert a worker from this zone at some point. So that way we can actually, you know, go through more humble areas and get some specific materials that we need. Otherwise, Wolf is going to be helping quite a lot in this zone, I would imagine. Or at the very least, he will be helping in one of the zones. Most likely here, because that seems to be his priority here. And in doing so, we don't need to have anybody reliant on other things here. So we could theoretically just send somebody who doesn't fit, like Maybell or Steven, to get some radium. But again, we don't need that stuff just yet, so it's not a concern. Until we actually get his gear set up, we can just leave it be. For now, though, take those guns, and we'll give them to him. Alright, down we go. Mo and Steven are really eager to go out, but nope. Alright, Wolf, you can have the gun, and there we go. You have been given the gear that is going to optimize, well, not optimize, but it'll certainly help through literally every encounter that goes on now. We're going to go right back up to the stairs here. Gonna shoot through here. And now, let's see. For here, it's going to be easier, but it's not going to get us the more resources we're hoping for. And as far as I'm concerned, we're good on silver right now. Silver is not an issue. What we do need is we need pristine hide, I think. So we're going to send Steven here. Yep, that's going to be a lot of pristine hide and silkworm. I'm tempted to send Mo. I'm not sure. Let's see. Do we need more glass? We should probably get more glass. Let's see. Okay, we don't have anybody with military tactics as well, so we're going to need somebody for that as well. Okay, so for now, I think it's in our best interest to just get as much mutant grease as we can, so we'll send Wolf over there. That is going to get us a whole bunch of sludge and mutant grease. For here, we are going to send Alfred. That's going to get us some tech scrap. For here, we want to specifically send Mo and Steven. They're going to get us a whole bunch of pristine hide. And for Maybell, we want something that she can do that is of holy nature. And I think the best is honestly just sending her here. It's going to get us a whole bunch of morning lilies. It's going to get a whole bunch of scrolls. Scourge stone is always a good abundant resource. Unless there's, of course, a better location that I can think of, which I don't think there is a good one for her. Not many that are holy, anyways. There is a holy one over here, but we won't be able to access that. I guess next best thing I could do is just send her to get fish. Which, fish is always going to be handy, so I guess, yeah. Let's get her to go hunt some fish. It's not the most optimal location for her, but I'd rather her gather fresh fish than do anything else. Plus, the oil always helps every now and again, so there you go. Alright, but we've got our locations haven't been set up. That's good. Alright. Let's grab all this. Nice. 28, no less. That's not bad for a whole slew of ingots. We'll grab the axes because we can just wear them ourselves. We're gonna probably ditch the iron axes here at this point. Actually, keep them so that way we can convert them into merciless gear. So that way we can finally upgrade from there. But we'll put the axe here just for the sake of it, as well as the iron sword, because it's not an enchanted tool. Regardless. Put that there. And let us go over to here. That is going to be our next target, I do believe. Alright. So we need to go over here. The easiest way is to get through here, surprisingly enough, because there is no waypoints. Surprisingly enough, or, well, not surprising enough, but, in the holy area, there is not many teleporters. This is why I was thinking of setting up a, what's the word? This is why I was thinking of setting up a satellite base, because it would allow for such, it would allow me to teleport here on a whim, if need be. Okay. Yep, nice. That wasn't too bad. Just gotta clear up shop here. Right. Now, we've got to rush over to the top here, otherwise we won't get the chance to actually fight this girl, so the sooner we do it, the better. Alright. Hey. Okay, that's one of the two individuals that we gotta hunt. Sorry if I had to stay silent there, but I had to focus, obviously. But in doing so, we've
New
managed to deal with
knowledge
the Monarch.
acquired.
We also got some scythes. Hopefully we managed to get the scythes I was looking for, but I highly doubt it. Given it's always going to be a dice roll and whether we get what we want or not. But if we did... No, we did not. We got another Chaos Infused tool. Which isn't a bad thing, but it's not a good thing to get so much of them. Well, it isn't a bad thing, but it's not going to help us, is the thing. We kind of need a,
Bend to my will.
Yeah, we kind
From
of need
beyond,
something better than
return
that.
to my side.
But I digress. It's getting to daytime all the same, but we are going to go to our next target, which is actually relatively close by. She is over there, specifically. So that is why we gotta go quickly over to her before daytime sets. Nearly. Nice try. God. Okay, so it is daytime now, but to be fair, I do believe I can handle her, even despite that. Because we have the advantage of a bow.
I am the fire that will cleanse Margot, beginning with me.
Yeah, no, she's a caster, so it's not possible to deal with her. Just gotta be careful, that's all. Ow. Nope, I get knocked back, that's fine. Alright.
I will end you, worm.
Oh. Yeah, nope, she likes doing that, is the thing. Ow. Oh no, 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 no. Oh god, oh god.
I will end you, worm.
Oh god. Ow. Okay. Somehow we managed in the end.
Start.
Ugh. That was by a hair's breadth. Dang.
Taste of knowledge.
Okay. So we somehow managed in the end. We managed to get some nice research, though, all the same. Sanguine gear is something that we will get to benefit from in the near future. But for now, it's not as important as we could be getting. But yeah. She is a relatively dangerous fight if you're not well prepared like I was. But to be fair, I know her attack patterns enough to be competent in such a thing. But yeah, I'm very scarce usage on most consumables anyways, so I would have been fine either way, but oh god. Better avoid them real quick. Ignore them. Okay, we're gonna just maintain our position here. This should be fine. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, if we go here, then we'll be fine. There we go. Okay. For our next objective, we managed to deal with Merrywin. We've dealt with Morian. Our next target is going to be Henry. And I do believe he is actually in the city. Now, of course, I could go and wear some high-quality material just to make sure I, thrive here, but we are going to need to actually make ourselves a Holy Resistance flask here, because otherwise we're going to have an even worse time with Henry. So we do need to, unfortunately, prepare for him in mind. Although, that said, we're doing quite well despite that fact. But, yeah, we need to drink a holy potion because he is worth that much danger. If you're not familiar with, I guess I did do it earlier a few streams ago. But there was a stream where we fought a holy man in a church. This guy is basically of the similar notion. But, yeah. We have to go through a church to get him, and this one's more potent than the previous one. So making a potion that makes us resistant to such wiles is probably a good thing for us. Before we do go, though, I am going to take the chance to actually get some herbs. Because, I mean, we're in the area. Why not, right? We're going to quickly grab as much blood rose and whatever else we can grab along the way. Mainly just to quickly go through and get what we need, really. Yeah, blood rose is going to be nice. But hey, anything we get is better than nothing. Okay. Alright, perfect. Nighttime. Right time for harvest. Ignore that. Okay. Not bad. Alright, so far so good on the haul. We've got 132 roses, that's really good. Although we could certainly do way better, but hey. As long as we're progressively getting more and more seeds, that's all I really care about, because that's only gonna make our count of supply snowball. I guess real quick I can also deal with the Baywalker here.
Spirit, be gone!
There we go.
Breaking.
Peace. I will find peace.
That was easy. Alright, it appears that our gear is reaching the point of breaking.
Taste of knowledge.
But otherwise, we are perfectly fine. So what I'm probably going to have to do is get my new gear set up quickly. Sooner rather than later, but hey. I mean, we were going to swap out into some higher tier gear anyways. It's just a matter of time. And of course, getting the right books for it, of course. And for that to work, we're going to need to do a lot. And I mean a lot of work. There we go. Honestly, I'm half debating if I change up my spells a little bit. Oh well. Even if I don't, then it's fine. Okay, herb-wise, we should be good. Unless I forgot something. Okay, nothing.
I will assert my will.
Let's summon my
Return to
minion
me,
here.
my steed.
Might as well just have my horse here. Make it easier.
My blood reserves run low.
Okay, there we go. Okay, there we go, and we should be good to just go. We are running low on blood, but that's perfectly fine, because we did get the Blood Merlot, so that's what we're probably going to use. Really just depends on us. But regardless. Oh, we cannot use the Waygate while carrying the books. Right. That is a thing, isn't it? That isn't a big deal because we can easily just trail back to the area anyways, so it's just a matter of getting that done. And Void, a very good spell. From what I've learned, Void is a fantastic spell if you're looking to draw enemies into an area. You can make a seriously insane combo with electricity and the Void ability. There's a specific electricity spell that you just anchor it in one location. So if you use Void on the same time and just harbor it all together, it can make some serious damage, if I'm not mistaken. And given we are going spell-based, that could be a thing that we use in the future. But of course, we need to benefit from, you know, we kind of need to benefit from the corruption-based abilities that we've been using thus far. Otherwise, we would not get the abilities that we're hoping for. Or rather, we're not going to get undead, which is our focus currently. Which I kind of want to keep focusing in. What we can do, though, is probably get the upgrade once, well, once we get the proper materials, we can get the upgrade for the skeletons, which will allow for more to spawn when we bite enemies. It's going to give us more incentive to bite people, and probably go the Draklin, or the Draco blood, rather. That's assuming we can find a high-quality blood type, of course. But I digress. We'll find one eventually. It's just a matter of time. Okay. Oh, right. Now that I think about it, Henry Blackbrew is actually in a different zone. So that's going to be something fun to see. Alright, I'm having trouble getting to the area that I'm supposed to be at. Oh well. If I do this, I can just skip through here, and then I can take a turn here. There we go. Nice. Okay. So we managed to get our hands on another Spear of Blood Infusion. And we got the Chaos Scythe, which gives physical critical strike power and damage reduction. It's okay. Not the best out there, though, if I had to be honest. Okay, put the gems away. Herbs go away. Alchemy stuff goes there. Hide. Books. Grab the paper there. And we'll keep the hearts. And this gem, we can't use it yet, so we'll just put it in here. Alright, but our gear is currently damaged. I recognize that. It's just a matter of actually getting our gear upgraded, I guess, for that to fix itself. Oh well, all in due time. 20 scrolls, 40... Not enough to get us what we need, but hey. That's another research done. So I can't really complain. It just means that we need to get more wood, I think. So that way we can get more, brews and overall just increase our supply. What we will do is we'll plop these in. There we go. Got Primal Blood Essence. Nice. Alright. Experiment time. Experiment time. So given the issues here, we've got to decide. Are we going to level up the Pyro and risk him? Or are we going to level up the Scholar and risk her? As of right now, I'm less inclined to keep the Scholar Villager. I'm more inclined to keep the Pyro currently because of his 96 status. So if the Scholar manages to overcome the threats, I guess we'll see what happens. But otherwise, we'll keep the 96. If it actually manages to survive longer than that, I guess we'll see. She's brought up to 95. And we're just going to keep going until she's at 100. Assuming she even got to 100, which she didn't. Alright, come on. Come on. Okay. We'll drink the blood, though, because having mutant blood isn't actually a bad thing. It's a weird thing, more than anything. But yeah, no, mutant grease is certainly something. Alright, I guess for now, the Scholar of 96 is gonna live. But if we find somebody better than that guy, then I guess we'll see. If he's a 98 plus, I'm probably gonna risk it for the biscuit, just to bring him up to 100. Because I'm that sort of wild. Alright. Anyways, we're gonna need to get some potions. A surplus of potions, dare I say. And we should be good. Okay, so herb-wise, we're just gonna grab literally everything. Or try our best to grab everything anyways. Let's see. Alchemy storage, that can go in. I don't know whether it's going to be useful, but we'll grab fishbone, oil. We're going to need to grab rats as well as any other potions that we can get our hands on. I think that's ideal for what we're trying to do here, all these potions. We're going to prioritize, obviously, the higher quality potion of Holy. But anything goes. Alright, Holy Resistance Potion. Okay, so we need more Holy Resistance Potions, then we can upgrade it to a Holy Resistance Flask. Yeah, and a Holy Resistance Flask is 75 points to Holy Rating, which is way better than the alternative. Okay. Okay. So I guess we'll take the... Yeah, we don't have any Holy Resistance, but we do have Brave Dust in bulk. So, I guess... Yeah, we'll just grab everything here, actually. We got most everything here, after all, so there you go. Alright. So, first order of business, Holy Potions. Let's see. Alright, we can make 8. That's good. We can make... We can make 8 garlics. That's perfectly good. That will mean we got 9 garlic resistance potions. We can get a Wrangler potion. We're gonna get 3 more. For the sake of just making sure we've got a lot. We will then increase our potions here by 4. There we go. And I guess we'll quickly get some greater blood resistance as well. And we'll go from there. As for a cloak, I do believe we actually got an upgraded version somewhere. Yes, we've got the Phantom Veil. It gives us some extra fire and holy resistance as well. So we should probably grab that as well while we're thinking about it. As for gear, we're probably just going to swap out of this. We're going to lose our Spell Critical Strike chance and Spell Leech. But for the price of increasing our movement speed a little bit, I'd say that's a small price to pay. Then we can give the hand-me-downs to literally anybody else if we need to. So we'll just toss that in there. Grab that, sort that, there we go. And I do believe we need something else, if I recall correctly. What was it? Right, silk, and then we need spectral dust if we can get our hands on some. Assuming we haven't, you know, crushed the entirety lot away. Or the entire lot, rather. We got 2, 4... Damn it. I don't think that's enough. I think we need 6, I think. Can we potentially procure a little more here? Yeah, we should be able to. Just barely, though. Do I want to go through a rift incursion? I'm going to say no. I'm actually going to wait until I'm actually at gear level 80, because we're actually getting really close to that. That might be worth the time of doing so. But, yes, we need to get our hands on some Scourge Stone. We've got just barely enough to make it work. Just need to put 1 in each. There we go. Just barely enough to get the spectral dust that we need in order to upgrade our cloak to something new. That's going to be nice. Okay, that's going to get us up to the bare minimum we need for the cloak. Alright, Phantom Veil, here we come. We've got the... We no longer need the Hunter's Cloak, so we can take that off. We'll let that process while we're at it. The potions here, I guess we can check on as well. Let's see. We are going to need all the Holy Resistance flasks, so that's going to be a significant upgrade from the 50 to a 25 extra increase. Silver potions, we don't need any. Greater Blood Essence we can use. We do have plenty of Greater Blood Essence, I would imagine. Yeah, we've got actually quite a lot. We'll make 2 Vampiric Brews, and that should be enough for the purposes that we're trying to go for. Alright, let's deposit everything, because I do believe that's all the potions that we're going to be able to muster here. There we go. Okay. I will take the rogue potion here, because that's some... Well, actually, no. We should probably prioritize the ones that we have normal blood with first, before we start focusing on the others. Put that cloak there, there we go. We're always going to need the Shroud of the Forest. That is inevitable. But we can now take this, and now we have a little bit of sun resistance, or rather holy resistance and fire resistance on top of it. So we're relatively defended when it comes to this. It reduces garlic, so garlic reduces garlic application rates, apparently, by 156%, while also increasing the recovery rate. Additionally, it reduces the maximum number of garlic applications to 71. That's impressive. Holy reduces the damage taken from holy attacks, and negates up to X amount of holy radiation. Sun resistance allows us to endure the sun for 58.5% longer. Fire reduces the damage we take from fire-based attacks. We also have a 20% chance to nullify burn effects, which is really nice. And silver, we can ignore up to 31 applications of silver exposure currently. This is obviously going to increase further as time goes on, but otherwise, we are basically ready to go now at this point. We are going to need to rush through what is effectively a town, but we should be able to clear out quite a lot and get a lot of resources for our troubles. And hey, I can't really complain considering we're getting such a high quality flask. Then again, we put in the effort to get it, so I suppose it makes sense. Okay, it's moon time. We'll put in those, so that way we have them. Probably not going to use them, though. Okay. I think I'll figure out what I'm doing that rogue. I might just take him out. I don't know. Okay, well, I've got potions, I've got the upgrades, I've basically got everything ready to go. It's just a matter of doing it now, which is the thing. Right, I guess I never did explain what Mutant does. So, Mutant does a very fun thing. So, the first application is it reduces blood drain rates by a set amount. It also increases your resistances up to 10 to 25, depending on the rating. You can also increase your movement speed while shapeshifted, and there is a 40% chance to convert the victim into a random mutant when killing them with a bite. This is probably one of the few ways you can get a lot of mutant grease, if you're lucky enough to come across a high-tier mutant. And it really just helps the grind. So, if you're going to be going mutants, definitely consider it for gathering mutant grease. Because that's what it's benefiting most from. And considering the recipes demand a lot of mutant grease, it is worthwhile to consider grabbing, if only to keep you alive longer. Well, among other things, of course. But I digress. We are going to be using as many potions as possible here, just for the occasion. Because I don't like this boss too much. And I do suspect he's going to ruin my day if I don't prepare properly. So, let us use everything we got. Alright, so what we don't need the Blood Rose Brew, we don't need the... Do we need the fire resistance? Yes, we do, because there is no fire resistance potion that we've got just yet. We need the sun resistance, obviously. Silver resistance. We've already got silver potions here anyways, and I don't think for a fight it's going to matter. Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need the Wrangler's potion, but it would increase our movement speed, so it might just be worth drinking all the same. Garlic we're not going to be running into, but Holy and Fire is going to be the primary sources of damage we're going to suffer from. So let's down everything here. Okay. Alright, there we go. Deposit all that. We're not going to be going to the forest, so we'll just put that away. Alright. It's time. We're going to this warp gate here. And let's begin.
Bend to my will.
We're gonna
Return to
rush
me,
into
my
the
steed.
area, defeat the boss, rush out, get another boss under our wing. Assuming we have the time, of course. But we need to go over there. That is our next area of location that we need to go. Alright. Because of the potion that we drank, the Wrangler's potion, we're actually going to move 15% faster. Which does mean that we're going to be much harder to catch while riding through here. This is a very good thing for us because, well, we might just outpace guns at that point. So, we're running in here with, very good zeal. But of course, we can't stop everything. So, why not go ham? There we go. There we go. man, straight up massacre that was. Jeez. That was a little overboard for me, but whatever. I mean, they knocked me off my horse. I can't really help it. Alright, but yes, we are going to the Brighthaven Cathedral here. That is a 95 road. Okay. Well, I did say I wanted a unit here. I just wasn't expecting this guy. Alright.
Human minds bend. Do not resist.
Do not resist, my guy.
Bend to my will.
Alright, you're going back to the base. That is a 95. That is well worth the time to tame.
Rats.
Ow. Hang the holy here. Oh god, that is a lot of units. Hold on. One enemy at a time, like jeez. Okay, there we go. Is that dude healing? Oh, come on. Alright, well, whatever. If I'm out of combat, that doesn't really matter. Or really, it just helps me. There we go. There we go. Got it. Took a bit of focus there, but we managed in the end. That's all I care about. Mutant Blood's really putting in work now. Okay. Alright. There we go. Got him. Oh god. Yeah, so this is a one of the few dangers that you have to deal with. But to be fair, these guys are nondescript attackers that attack everybody. So you could theoretically just leave them to them, like so. There we go. Nice try. Okay. Done. Nice. Took a bit of effort there, but we've slowly just started managing to clear up the area. We are going to obviously have to keep going. It's going to be a slow process, but moving this area is actually going to be vital for us. Mainly because we're going to get more materials, but there's a few chests in here that's worth grabbing. And obviously, Destructibles always drop something, right? But hey, at the very least, if we're lucky, we'll get a high-quality unit. Again, assuming if we're lucky, of course. There we go. Nope. Well, at least they're focused on other things. There we are. Nice. Took a bit of effort, but we managed to do that. Okay. Should be getting plenty of material, that's for sure. Or at the very least, the jewelry is going to be a nice addition, so I can't really complain there. Alright, that's 31 warrior. And boom. Got him. Okay, there we go. So far, so good. Oh, right, down there. So down there is a lot of stuff that we can actually grab, and I'm actually going to go down there before we go inside here, because obviously there is merit to doing so. There we go. Okay, it's getting daytime, so we should really rush forward here. Alright. With that, though... Oh, right. We weren't supposed to be here anyways. Whatever. We're going a bit further on, but that's fine.
Be civilized. Are you sure you can do this? You're at a disadvantage.
Ow, okay.
Witness the power of faith. You can still surrender.
Okay. Alright, slowly but surely, we're getting progress done.
Perhaps this is necessary. Perhaps this is necessary. You can still surrender.
Done. Got it. Alright, quickly siphon them out, and there we go.
You can still rethink this.
Nah, I'm good. In doing so, we've dealt with
knowledge acquired.
Zariel the Sunbringer earlier than I planned to do. But in doing so, we get to access a number of chests here and there, so that's nice. Of course, ended up doing some horrible things to the church, but whatever. This is how this game runs, really. Don't really get a choice at redemption arc. Oh well. We do get plenty of resources all the same. Get that equipped. Okay, I had to focus there because obviously the enemies are just a bit too difficult in this area, but it's fun all the same to fight them, so... Seem to be all coming out of the woodwork, though, to take us out, but that's fine. I am fighting in the daytime of all things. Okay, let's go to the corridor here. There we go. Okay, we're gonna avoid the prying eyes for a moment here. There we go, let's heal up. Goodness knows we need it here. It's getting nighttime, thankfully, so we should be able to go down the a relatively safe path as we're going around here. I'll just leave any citizens alone, unless I find like a very high-quality blood type. Most of them are workers, obviously, but there might be a few here that are worth their weight. Now we're getting into docks, which is where a lot of fish reside. That's gonna be fun.
Veins of the mortal realm.
Okay, so far nothing. Nothing that makes me want to grab anybody at the moment, from the looks of it. Yeah, just let them be. At the very least, we're getting a lot of schematics, which is exactly what we kind of need. But, we're gonna get way more if we just go through and craft them, is what I've discovered, so the more materials we get, the better. So, the sooner we get this done, the better. At the very least, we're getting a plethora of iron and other assortments of goods, so that's a plus on top of everything. Grease has done its thing. But the mutants have done their thing. I do believe it's after every... Yeah. When we kill an enemy with bite, it procs. So, as long as we don't bite our prey, we're fine, but I like doing that anyways, so it's fine. There appears to be some really good fishing spots here, though. I'm gonna see what we find. Might be worth it. Fishbone, not exactly what I was hoping for, but whatever. We're getting some nice goods, though. Oh, hey, jewelry. That's not bad. Okay. Iron, okay. Not exactly what I was looking for, really, but whatever. Alright, there we go. Okay, more iron. Alright, golden river bass, not bad. Yeah, so we're getting a lot of resources here, which is going to be a really nice addition. It does take time to get everything here, but that's fine.
Veins of the mortal realm, reveal yourselves.
Alright, not bad. Not bad of a haul at all. Okay, let's try and fish for this real quick. Here we go. Golden river bass. Always a good addition. Gonna get a lot of fish this way, which is nice. But at least these areas give a ton of material. Alright, at least we're getting a ton of materials, which is good. Alright, this is the last fishing bit here, so we'll grab this real quick before we go. Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay. Finally. We got ourselves the Sanguine Sword recipe. Okay, that would make sense on why it was taking so long. I find it weird that they're panicking, even though I haven't done anything to them. I'm sure I'm destroying their area, but you'd think they'd run in the other direction instead of calling for help. Well, I guess it makes sense, to be fair, now I think about it. Oh well. Let's get out of here. We've gathered everything that we theoretically need. And I'm satisfied with the supply that we've managed to procure for this occasion.
Return to me, my steed.
And it's getting daytime soon, so we'll have to get ready for that. But thankfully, the area that we are going to next is not conductive for daytime. So now, we just gotta rush back. That's all. But, yeah, taking out Azariel gets you gold, which is actually needed for the next tier of weaponry. So I kinda skipped a few steps, unintentionally. Ow.
I must make room if
Okay, let's get going before I get stalled any further. I would get more grapes, but priorities, right? Although I will stop for a blood type, if that does end up happening. Because blood types are always nice. 39 is not... Nearly got hit there. Yeah, no, a 9's not... Or 39 not... Definitely not enough. I guess I could turn this on so I have a better view.
Every heartbeat echoes.
Okay. That is a 92 warrior. That is better than nothing.
Thoughts are mine.
Thank you for deciding to stay here. Thank you.
Bend to my will.
Alright, you go back to the base. Alright, that's another minion added to the list.
You look right at home.
Alright, now we can continue back as fast as we possibly can. There's another werewolf just running amok.
In my abyssal
Let's see if we get lucky with any
every
further.
heartbeat
89.
echoes.
I think we're actually going to skip the 89. Because we don't need another rogue. Not from this area, anyways. If it were 100, I'd be saying otherwise. Alright, not bad. Yep, that's basically all the crops basically grown, so I should probably go harvest them before I do anything. Alright, in here... No, we don't want that there. We want to put all the unrefined material in here, don't we? There we go. Gem storage goes there. Herb storage. We managed to actually get lucky and get a ghost spore. We're actually going to plant that. Put a bunch of stuff away here. We've got a whole bunch of knowledge. That's going to be handy for the future. We're going to need those hearts. But other than that, we should be good. Take this and plant it outside here. And we should be able to clear this out quite relatively quickly. Alright, there we go. That is basically all the crops done. Let's see. What crops haven't been planted? Well, we got 4 seeds, so that's good. Let's see. Is there any other seeds that we need to plant? No. It was just morning dew, it seems, that we got lucky with. No big deal. Alright, herb storage goes there. Sort that out. It's at this point, if we get any more than 500 in one plant, we're probably... Well, so what I'm probably going to do is, if we get over 1,000... Any excess of plants that hit 500, we'll toss in the grinder to get pollen. Because pollen is conductive to get certain materials, so might as well just prioritize that growth there immediately. Put that back there. Let's see, we're going to get the cotton out, though, Because the cotton's always going to be used, no matter what. Because I do believe it is woven into fabrics. So yeah, no, if we put this through here, that's going to get us the coarse thread, which is always going to be useful to us. We'll toss the hearts in, we'll get the fish into the chest. There we go. Yeah, we got lucky with a 92 warrior, so what we're going to do is we're going to toss the rogue. Well, actually, this is a 95 rogue. This is 92 warrior currently. Let's
Human
start moving some people. We're going to subdue you.
Is mine to control.
Imprison you here.
Stay.
We are going to subdue the warrior here. Prison
You
there.
right at home.
We got a scholar now.
Your
Subdue
mind
you.
is mine to control.
Prison you in
This
here.
cell is just for you.
Yeah, that should be good for now, as far as I'm concerned anyways. We'll put the fishing rod away here. What spell did we get? We managed to get another chaos magic, huh? Okay, cool. Alright, before we forget, we're probably going to need to get the... Yeah, we should probably get going quickly. The sooner the better. Alright. Off we go to get the research table, so that way we can start getting the higher tiered weapons. So we need to go specifically to the Triscendium Laboratories. So the closest waygate here is going to be actually down here, but not because of the reasons you think. If we go here, we can actually march our way up, and we're going to find ourselves a vendor along the road. In addition, we're also going to get a waypoint here, and we're actually going to make our way all the way around, so that way we can get this area viewed, because there's another waygate there. So that's what we're going to do, to basically discover everything that we need. So we're going to start here. Off we go. Are you serious? There we go. Oh, hey. Casual mutant here. Well, whatever. At least I'm getting material. Alright, let's get out of here before we stick around too long. I don't exactly want to be here. I've got other things to do, and we got 30 minutes left on these potions before they wear out. Are you kidding? I'm just... Nah. Abandon the horse.
I will assert my will. From beyond, return to my side.
Alright, horsey. Come on. Let's go, Siegfried. Let's do this. Alright. Now we're getting into the more dangerous zones. And get ready, because this is going to be quite the doozy of a zone. So as you can see, this area is conductive with a lot of lightning. We are right now at the stage where we're nearing the first steps of the next stage. We need to go over here now. There's a merchant over here that we can talk with who has some nice high quality items, but we will go over him later. However, for now I'm more concerned about getting the bosses dealt with. Now, as you can see, there is blue areas of lightning. We want to avoid those as best as we can, because they are a detriment to us. Or rather a danger, but I digress. Same difference. We are going to rush our way over past here. Because these guys are relatively dangerous. Well, not too dangerous, but still. They're within that range of danger that we should be concerned about. But I guess we're doing quite well all the same. We're gonna let our spells recharge here real quick, and then we'll deal with Henry. Henry is a interesting doctor.
My revenge is imminent.
Yeah.
Try me now. At your peril. Behold, the fruits of science! Not magic, but science.
Yeah, so he's a very electrical savant.
At my genius! Behold my work! The fruits of genius! At your peril. Behold the fruits of science! Don't touch me, vampire insect!
Oh god, okay.
Now. Not magic, but science.
Okay.
Let me now.
Alright, and boom.
I cannot go on. But you, maybe you will succeed.
Ooh. I don't know what
I
this
feel
guy is
stronger.
talking about, but who knows. We are certainly doing something right, at the very least. But hey, his research has proved to be useful, to a degree. With the help of a resource he refers to as Blood Type E, he's managed to maintain his youth and keep his twisted pursuit of progress alive for over 800 years. Damn. Huh. But, yeah. The last... Yeah, so we dealt with Henry. We've done with Matka. Terraclaw. And, yeah, we've already dealt with the politician, Azariel. So, yeah, we skipped a few bosses in order, but hey, that's fine. We've now got Matka, the Curse Weaver that we gotta deal with, but we can also focus on Henry Blackbrew's search, or research, because we do now have the gold effect, which is going to actually help us with our research, to a degree. Gonna lock that. Okay, there we go. Just clear up everything that we can. I guess I can quickly go through here and clear the area out. I mean, there is a few things, but it doesn't really matter. From what I've seen thus far, there isn't really much good here. Or much that is nice, because, well, the most you're going to get here is chests, I'd say. Next to, obviously, destructibles, but even then, that's rarely going to drop anything. You're better off just fishing through the chests, I think. Okay, anyways. Gonna quickly check through these. Oh, that was an 89, damn. I wish I had known that. Oh well. Okay, my horse ran. Okay. I thought he died, but, you know. Oh, damn it. Another chest. And another. Well, I can't complain. It's extra loot. Ooh, and right, we're gonna get into depleted battery soon. Right. That is a whole slew of, shenanigans that we'd have to get into that I don't really want to talk about just yet. But, yeah, for the most part, we've basically done what we came here to do. All we gotta do now is just get back, really. Because, yeah, no way. You can't teleport with the gear, though, which is the unfortunate bit. Alas. Alas. We've got basically everything that we need. I guess I can start doing running laps here. But we do need our cloak, so unfortunately we're going to have to call our trip short. Our goal is to get back to base now, as far as I'm concerned. And we're going to take the other route here. Yeah. Gonna see if I can't just run it down. Nah, we'll follow the path. It's fine. Better to follow a path than not, right? Okay, so far so good. Alright, nice. Can't complain because everything's working well. Oh boy, right. This is an area. Yeah, no, this is where a very dangerous foe is at, that you have to play with fire every time you go here. Of course, eventually we're going to be touching into those resources, because we're getting near to the 90s in regards to level, so it's not going to be impossible for us to actually handle that. It's just tedious. But regardless, we'll manage all the same. But so far, we've been doing quite well on our growth, so we should be able to start making some significant waves. Alas, all in due time. All in due time. Okay, from here, we'll slip in through. And let's see, what sort of gear did we get? I guess we'll just quickly deposit. There we go. We are immediately going to take the gold jewelry, because we need to turn that into its actual form. I do believe there is a specific way that we need to make it. I just forgotten. So I'm going to quickly go up here. But we do need the gold jewelry, and I do believe one other object, which is sulfur. Okay, that isn't too bad. Yeah, that isn't too bad and demanding on resources, actually. Okay. We just need to get some sulfur then, and then we should be good. Which I do believe is in here. Yep, we've got plenty of sulfur. There we go. We only need one for every 3 ingots. Or, for every ingot, we need 3 jewelry. But other than that, we should be good. That's going to take a minute per bar, which is fine. We are going to need the research bench now, which is going to require schematics, reinforced planks, pristine leather, and dark silver. That is perfectly fine. We've got dark silver, we've got reinforced planks. We've got pristine leather and schematics, right? Pristine leather and schematics galore. Okay. With that, though, we can make the anathenum, which is the last in line of the research benches that we need. So we're going to put these on the side here. And this is the anathenum. or whatever it's called. This is going to give us plenty of research. And we've actually managed to unlock the boots already, which is one of the 4 components that we're going to need for research. We've got the Sanguine Sword, Sanguine Axe, Spear. We've got the Amulet of the Blade Master and the Amulet of the Wicked Prophets. Alright, not bad for a couple of research bits. We'll discover, and we managed to actually luck out on the mace as well. So we got Sanguine here at this point, which is pretty interesting to say the least. So Sanguine gear is a little interesting in that it does take gold, but it also needs a flawless gem of the type that you're looking for. Getting flawless gems isn't that hard, but you can always just go for the easy route and just merge it together. But ultimately, the gold is going to take time to process, but we should have enough to upgrade at least 1 weapon. If not 2, if we're lucky. But again, that is something that we'll have to see whether it works or not. But from here on, once all the research is done in the study, we will have no reason to keep scrolls, thus we will convert them into schematics, which will give us a whole slew of schematics if we can get a lot of scrolls. Now, whether we get a whole bunch or not, that's a whole other question, because we need to quite literally go on a grind for those materials. But it's perfectly fine because I'm quite confident I can manage such a grind. Alright, let's put everything away here for now. We'll keep the heart, I guess. Keep the blood there. There we go. Okay, we're down to 16 minutes. That's fine. And now, actually, I don't think I can actually make it right now. Yeah, now I think about it, I can't make the materials I want right now. In order to actually get the next tier of gear, we need to go out and get our hands on some ghost yarn and some primal blood essence. However, if we get the malefactor set, we will be given spell cooldown recovery rates, spell leech, and we can increase our gear level, as well as increase our spell power and spell critical strike chance. So it's probably the best gear that we're going to get as a necromancer, so we'll just make do with what we can, really. But anyways, that is besides the point. On our list, let's go through the types of hunts we can go through. Simon Belmont, we are roughly within the vicinity to actually hunt him now, or at least feel confident in doing so. However, Macta comes next. Naturally. For that, we're just gonna have to hunt her down. If I can, I'd like to upgrade my gear at this point. Assuming I can. We've got a merciless mace, so we can go with a mace here. I guess I'll go with the illusion mace, but I'll probably swap the items as we go. As for the scythe, let's go for a... We're actually going to want weapon attack speed here, I think. Or do we? Yeah, let's go weapon attack speed for that. And for the axes, we've only really got one choice, which is the bonus spell power and physical critical strike. We're going to grab those 3, and we're going to be upgrading our tools here. Mainly because I need, or I want to. But it does help to have the gear type that you need, so it's worth it. But yeah, we'll grab the axe, we'll deposit the wood and whatnot. We need reinforced planks, I believe. And we need radium, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, we're gonna need radium anyways. Yeah, so we need to upgrade now, so let's see. does it take to make the axe that we're looking for? Hold on. Okay, so to get a merciless iron axe, we need a ruby and greater blood essence. And we're also going to need primal blood essence, but for now, greater blood essence should be enough. I guess I'll go for the axe, because that is what I currently got already set up. So we need a ruby, a flawless ruby. Well, maybe not flawless ruby just yet, but prepare the ruby just in case. And then we need greater blood essence, right? There we go. We'll combine the greater blood essence and the primal blood essence in due time. For now, though, I'm prioritizing upgrades here, so... Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Alright, Merciless Iron Axe has been made. There we go. The Axe of Meat-Rending Claws has been made. It's not ideal, but it's still something. And then we can upgrade it to a level 23 axe, which is going to help with cutting wood, I would imagine. That's going to be nice. There we go. We won't be able to do the scythe or axe. Or, we won't be able to do the scythe or the mace, rather. But that's fine. We'll just deposit those in there. Get to depositing other things. Alchemy-wise, I should probably take 30 of those. Take 6 of those. Right, I never did build the other coffins, did I? And what is the upgrade for the last one, anyways? We need Dark Silver, Power Cores, and Primal Blood Essence. Thankfully, I do believe I have 2 of the 3 things that we need there. And I guess I can start building the other coffins, because we kind of need those for the eventual production. We need copper and planks as well. Okay, so copper, planks, there we go. Alright, that's 2 extra coffins added. Add the alchemy stuff there, there we go. Alright. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Alright, that's going to produce a whole slew of primal, greater, and normal blood essence combos. That's going to really just help us. Alright, it's Blood Moon time. We've got 10 minutes to take advantage of this. So, for this, we are going to need to go on a hunt for the witch. So we're going to get the cloak from our chest here. Gonna get the shroud, put it on, hop on, and let's get going. We are gonna head out specifically over to this area. Well, no, not that area. Over to the nest of the Cursed Weaver. Alright. Off we go to her location. And once we get the curse weaved, or the cotton that we're looking for, then we should be fine. But yeah, we're gonna make our way through here. It's gonna be a little bit dangerous, but not by much. There we go. At 87, though. Huh. Oh, right, Blood Moon. What was I thinking? Alright. It is the Cursed Weaver. Alright.
Veins of the world sing.
Ah. Okay, so this is the time where you play, avoid everything.
Seek the false Lord. Bones of the trees being wide.
Okay. Alright, just casually, slowly but surely, just whittle them down.
Veins of the world sing.
Ah, piggy time. Okay. Avoid everything.
Seek the false Magoran. Bones of the trees be mine.
And done. Okay. Whew. Nice.
Can't you hear it? It's coming for you.
That is another target.
Taste of knowledge.
We get Dreadplate gear. We get a ancient sword from the looks of it. Yep. Chaos infused, no less. Not exactly what I would prefer, but you know, whatever. We take what we can get. Alright. Well, with that, we've now gotten the Sylph that we need. So we're on the path there. We've got Terror Claw, so we're going to try and deal with him as soon as we can. And Terror Claw's in a completely different zone, as we have to go over to here. Which is clearly not a short-winded journey. I'm not sure whether we'll be able to keep our buffs in time for that, but we'll try our best to see if we can't get as far as possible with it. But hey, we've got our research, we've got our abilities to deal with them. It's just a matter of time. There we go. But yeah. We should, at the very least, be there before the time turns to a different clock.
Secrets
But I'm not
of the
100% certain.
Sanguine world. Speak to me.
But regardless, we can now see blood types. We're gonna hold that for a while, because I'd very much like to get a new blood type, or at the very least, find one that we can bring back from this area. Because this area is infamous for having a high, well, it's hard to find a high-quality blood type of Draculan blood. Well, specifically for taming, I should say. Normally, succubi and another creature we have yet to see is the most ideal way to get the blood, but you have to get them in the higher zones to get the high-quality stuff, which is slightly unfortunate, but expected. Regardless, I'm going to try my utmost to get what I can here. If we don't find anything, worst case, we can always just rely on the militia, because I do believe those do count under these circumstances as something that we can tame. In this zone, however, there shouldn't be anything that we can tame, period, so... yeah, we're just going to ignore that V-Blood there. He's just going to have his rough moments, I guess. We're more focused on the boss right now, though. Obviously. I am mildly curious what the Eye of Twilight is, though, so I'm gonna have to check that out. All the same, we've now reached the boss. We've got 3 minutes to beat him. So, let's make it count. We're gonna get the Mosquito skill. We'll go over what that does later. Nice try. Ow. Okay. I guess I'm being... Ow. Ow. Okay. Ow. Oh no. Ow. Heal up. All right. Ow. Okay. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. And that's down. Oh. Damn it. Okay, I might be able to get back to him really quick. Wrong choice, but whatever. Okay. There's a chance I can actually get to him. I've just got to be quick about it. I somehow managed to beat him despite all that. Damn. Alright, quickly. I'm not as fast because I don't have my drink on me. With the potion effect that gives me 50% or 15% increased movement. Oh god. Okay, we gotta be quick. But yeah, no, we managed to knock him down. It's just a matter of whether we keep him down because of this. I really hope we manage to win, though. And we're not gimped out of a loss because of that. Come on, go. Okay, come on. I'm gonna ignore my loot for a moment, just so I can focus on capturing this guy. Or at least that's the intended plan. Okay. Goodness. Somehow, in some capacity, I've managed to do that. That's kind of impressive.
Taste of
Well,
knowledge.
surprising is more accurate to say, but still, same difference. I managed to do it in the end, that's all I care about. And just in time for the sun to start rising, huh? Okay. Phantom Veil. That would be one of the reasons why I had some trouble there, but that's fine. I mean, it's kind of expected, so whatever. We managed to do it. That's all that matters. We've now got an advanced tannery. We've got an advanced loom. We've got the gold. We've got to deal with Voltea next in order to get the higher quality power. So, for now, let's just return to base. Let's go revel in our rewards, upgrade some stuff, and then we'll go from there. But, next stream is probably going to be a gathering stream, most likely, because we're running on fumes for resources, and I don't know how long we're going to be able to take with just what we've got currently. But either way, we'll be fine. It's just a matter of getting everything correct or in due time. And worst case, we've got Blood Potion to help alleviate our current blood, which is currently getting down to very low percentages. However, for Mutant Blood, it's been doing us amazingly well. It's been lasting us nearly the entire session, which is basically a good 2 hours. Never mind the fact that it's very durable
To
blood.
my will.
Right. Now we
Shadow
go.
calls for my mount.
Okay. Alright. To Siegfried, and off we go. I wonder if I could challenge myself in this game, because there's a lot of options that change a lot of things about the game. Maybe I could do something funny, like have an entire run dedicated towards just pure daytime, and you have to cope with that. That'd be a very interesting run. Among other things, of course. But that's one thing we could do. That'd be an interesting play on how things work here. Just pure daytime, and I have to maneuver through the day. To kill bosses, no less. That'd be a difficult time, to say the least. Relatively so. There we go. Alright, nearly back at base.
You better stick around.
No.
My God.
Alright. As for spells, we've basically gotten that tree unlocked now. Unknown passive abilities. Yeah, that is a thing, huh? No matter. Okay, let's just throw everything we don't need in here. Same for everything else as we go. We actually want to learn that, so I'll keep that on me. Okay. Toss the gem into here. Okay. We've learned Dreadplate gloves. Lovely. But, the biggest thing is that we've learned how to refine or advance our refinement of both tanneries and looms. Those are going to be probably the most relevant as of right now. So we're going to need reinforced planks and pristine leather for the tanneries. And for the looms, we're going to need reinforced planks and silk. That is to be expected, though, because I was kind of expecting that we were going to be getting those today. So, yeah. We're going to need a lot of reinforced planks, then. Thankfully, we got plenty of iron. As for whether we've got well, wood is, we've got enough wood that it's not going to be an issue. It's the question of whether we have enough to last, is the thing. We've only got so much iron, so we're probably going to have to forge up a whole slew of iron next time as well. So that's probably going to be one of the things on our checklist that we've got to gather. Until then, though, we've got plenty of gold from the looks of it. We should be able to make ourselves a sanguine longbow and sanguine slashers when we do eventually unlock the recipe for them. Until then, we are just going to be stuck with our current gear, which kind of sucks, but it's kind of expected. But regardless, those are going to process. We're going to need the looms first, so I ideally want to grab the reinforced planks here. And we want to grab silk, right? Yeah, we want to grab silk. We've only got enough for 2 looms, so we're also going to have to go for some silkworms. And there's a plethora of other things that we got to grab, obviously. But we're just going to quickly dismantle all of these. There we... or grab everything in them, rather. Okay. For looms, we still need the reinforced planks, but otherwise, just take our time with it. Okay. We've now got 1 advanced loom.
I cannot build here.
There we go. Let's see. Okay. So, in order to make ghost yarn, we need wool thread, cotton yarn, and ghost rooms. All 3 of which are easy to procure within the vicinity that we are in. But, we can easily just go about going through our storages here real quick and getting those sorted by doing it the... well, I'll just grab what I can here. We've got a lot of yarn. Do we have a lot of ghost mushrooms? We do have over 100, so I'm not sure if that's enough, but it is enough to start us off, if you will. At the very least, it'll be enough to set us with... yeah, at the very least, it'll be enough to get us the... what is it? The Malefactor Scholar Boots, at least. So, one of the 4 gear sets is perfectly fine to grab, I suppose. We'll grab everything from these. There we go. We are going to need to get our hands on a new tannery. So... yeah, from here, we need reinforced planks. We got enough for 1. We could probably make more, because I do believe we have plenty more pristine leather than that. Yeah, we got enough for 2 at least, so that's a good thing. Okay, we should be able to make another... yeah, we'll start by making another... we'll make a tannery, I suppose. Okay, that's 1. Of course, we gotta make 4, so that's another thing. How's the ghost yarn going? It's going well. Okay. Let's see. We just need primal blood essence, so we're gonna quickly grab some primal blood essence, so that way we can at least get the boots in today. And we'll go... and I think I'll wrap it up, I think? Yeah, because I'm gonna need to do a lot of grinding anyways. before I'm ready to go on dealing with any other bosses that we come across. So let me just deposit everything here. Yeah, I guess for now we can just deposit everything. It's no big deal. Okay, there we go. Yeah, grab the hearts there. Close this. Yeah, so far so good. We've done a lot, to say the least. Deposit those. Is there anything else I need to do? I guess upgrading the amulets is another thing that I can do, but I can do that next time. I'm more concerned about getting the boots, just for the sake of getting them. We're also going to need to get our hands on a lot of paper, because the more paper and scrolls we can get, the more resources or research we can get. But rambling aside, let's see. I do. Right, we need a primal blood essence, didn't we? Grab that. Alright. Got the primal blood essence, we got the ghost yarn. Grab the yarn from this. Process the malefactor scholar boots in. There we go. We got ourselves a new set of gear. Nice. Right, that has increased us by a singular level, but once we get the entire malefactor gear set and our weapons to gold, we have reached the near magnum opus. Dreadplate gloves are really good if you're going a blood build, because it will increase your healing received and shields applied on us. Or applied on you, give you additional damage protection. Grim Knights are basically the overall boost, but it usually prioritizes your weapon because of the weapon attack speed and weapon skill life leech. But Grim Knight's set is basically a mixed attacker if you like to use spells and your weapon. The Malefactor gear set is basically dedicated to spells. Dreadplate is dedicated if you want to be a tank. And there is one more set, obviously, but we'll get into that next time, I'm thinking. Alright. But I am going to wrap it up here, I think. I've done quite a bit for today. And yeah, we've managed to revamp our entire base, to putting it lightly, I would say. Of course, we still got some stuff to do here, actually, before I go. We won't be able to upgrade our place, but we can certainly invest some individuals into the area. But as I'm doing that, I'm going to discuss what we are planning to do next stream.
Mind bends to me.
So first, let me just abduct you.
Your mind is mine to control.
Alright, so next stream, what are we planning? Next stream is going to be dedicated towards gathering as many resources as possible, I'm thinking. We're going to be gathering as much gold jewelry as we can. We're going to be gathering as much, we're going to be gathering a whole slew of iron. We're just going to be gathering a ton of resources that are used to help us, progress. During this time, we're probably also going to get more Stygian Shards. And assuming we have level 80 by then, we will go through and actually go through the greater gates. And I'll basically explain what benefits there are from there. But
fulfillment in service.
I will deal with those in due time. But yeah. Next stream is probably going to be a gathering stream, most likely, so look forward to that, I guess. And yeah, we're going to grab you, I guess.
Bend to
That's
my
another
will.
rogue. Do I need another rogue? I don't think I do. Honestly, no. I need somebody different. I need something actually more prevalent. So we're just gonna imprison them, kill them.
For you.
Because there is actually a better target I'm looking for. There's actually two targets I'm looking for. One, we need to get a succubus, or they're called night mistresses in this game, I guess. But we're going to go after a night mistress somewhere within either the Dracula's Castle Garden or the South Fortress Ruins. It's one of the two. But both are viable options. So that is also going to be another thing that we're going to need to do. Because we'll need 2 more minions to fill out the roster. And, I mean, hell, we're doing quite well, all things considering. I can't really complain. But I digress. I am going to wrap it up here. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I know I did. And I will see you guys next stream. Take care, everybody, and have a good day.